So sometimes people ask, well, hey, people have been modifying food for centuries, hybridizing. Why are GMOs suddenly a problem? So just hybridizing food, crossing plants with each other, as in the olden days with pollen, it's not so much an issue. The body, it's still, somewhat natural. The body actually can tolerate that. But with GMOs, because they're genetically modified, it's the DNA that's being spliced, and being spliced with things that are very different. So with GMO products, one thing that's being spliced into them is the DNA of a bug, of an insect that releases pesticide, a natural pesticide for it. It's in the soil and it doesn't want other organisms to eat it. However, when you put that DNA into corn, let's say, okay, so now the corn is releasing this pesticide that this bug in the soil was releasing. It's not natural to our digestion to be dealing with that kind of pesticide. And so that kind of very specific pesticide starts to get into our system, not just our digestion, but it could go into our nervous system, into our respiratory tract, all of it, and start to create problems. The other problem with GMO foods, one thing they've done is make these crops more resistant to herbicides, so that farmers can use more herbicide on them without actually killing the desired crop, the corn or the canola or whatnot. So now we find that farmers are using a lot of Roundup, which is glyphosate, on these crops, and it's just too much. So it doesn't actually kill the corn plant, but the corn is saturated with this herbicide, so that when we eat it, it has a lot of glyphosate on it. So that's the problem with that. And the glyphosate is meant to just kill off weeds. That's what herbicides do. They kill off weeds so that they can't compete with the corn. So it's drenched with the herbicide. It makes it easier for the farmer so they don't have to weed so much, basically, but bad for us. GMOs are very difficult to completely avoid, especially if you go out to eat often. So there's different herbs and nutritional supplements out there that just break these toxicities down, that people can keep in their medicine cabinet. And okay, if they go out to eat, have one or two of those, and it'll break down the GMOs and get it out of their system before it can create problems.